another minute or two. Let me get some things going so I could help you guys or help anybody who's interested. I know I'm an old windbag and everybody doesn't like to listen, but I understand. Maybe I could help somebody. I mean, it keeps my life cool. This is all fantastic. Let's see, I'm just reading some things here. Okay, money to live on. Oh, yes, we got some joiners. We got some joiners. We got some joiners. Who else? Oh, you hear me? How's the Facebook audio? Not Facebook, the YouTube audio. Because that's what I worry about. Boy, so for some reason I have trouble with that YouTube audio. And I want to make sure that that is good. Well, I'm going to go through and give you places to get, money and help for a new job, and that's, I think we all want to work better. We all want to give more, and we all want to wake up every day excited. At least I think that's what life should be. And so that's what I want to do is to help people find ways, so they don't feel trapped in some job that feels like jail every day, That's what I think most of us live. At least I did when I always had a normal job. I felt like, man, getting up to go to jail. Now, why the hell am I doing that? And I think that's why people want to go on vacations, or I'm on vacation. But your job should be vacation. So you find something you really want to do and you just can't wait to go out there and give. And see, when you're giving a lot, that means you're loving the society a lot, And if you're hating what you do every day, so I don't want to do that anymore, I don't want to go to school today, and you put the covers over your head. And I don't think that's a fun way to live in life. So how about on Facebook? I mean, on YouTube, guys. Do you hear me on YouTube? Is the audio okay? Because so many times. You see my glasses, how they're tilted like that? Because when I put them down here, the light reflects. I paid to have this anti-glare thing, but I guess I was too cheap or something, didn't pay enough. Great message, you're 100% correct. Yeah, I mean, that's what happens to most of us. And we live in a pretty cool society. In other words, how'd you like to be a refugee nowadays or something? Boy, talk about a tough life, At least we have semi-stable kind of things and don't have to worry about starving. Well, most of us anyway. So there are really a lot more options where I can get a loan with bad credit. Well, actually, any government program is really for people with bad credit, because if you can't get it, otherwise they don't want to help people who have no trouble getting money. And that's what's neat about government programs. And that's what I'm going to tell you about. All these programs I'm talking about are people with bad credit, people who don't have credit, people who have lousy credit, people who have been bankrupt, people have lost their job, people make millionaires, any income you have. And really, details, I'm going to give you a lot of websites today about all these sources that are locally, because most of these are locally. But I also have a guide. If you want to purchase a guide, I have a 50% off. If you go to lesko.com/tutor, lesko.com/tutor, and you see my program there for getting a job, education and training for getting a job and helping you get a job. And if you use this discount code, which is 5050 and then OFF, OFF, it's up in the title, it should be there, and you get it 50% off. So it's now $19.95, and so now it's only $9.95. And that will take you through the whole, everything I'm talking about here, but actually the links, and you could stop and start it and everything. And I take you step by step through all the process, everything, because in this, I don't want to spend an hour and a half. Nobody else will either. So that way you can do all the links at your leisure and everything, or go back if I think it's worthwhile. See, for education and training, there are a couple things. There's really training, there's job help, and then there's education. which is degree programs and stuff like that. And that's what I cover, all those kinds of things. And really what I'm trying to do is show you the alternative ways. I'm not going to show you programs, how to get to Harvard or something like that, or how to pay for a for-profit school or something. None of that stuff, because they're advertising, and I don't think you need those anyway. But that's a personal bias. I'm showing you the stuff that is not advertised and is locally where you live. See, that's the problem you can't find. If you Google like job training or something, man, you're going to get just people who want to sell you something. You do scholarships, you're going to get people who just want to sell your name, so that means that you got to put your name here and you'll get all the scholarships, and most of it is full of bananas, and they're going to sell your name to a for-profit university because they know now that you want to get higher education, and these profit universities are going to call you up every 30 seconds, pretend to be your best friend, and they're your savior in the world. And as long as you get a government loan and give them all the money and the value of their education, it's very suspect. Every study I've seen, it shows they spend hardly no money on actually educating people, and all their money is on selling to people, which is just crazy. So just stay away from there. Okay, where do you start with all this stuff? Okay, you have a couple programs right in your area. And these are most of these programs are federal in nature, but they go down to the state, then they go down to the county, and sometimes in the city, and nonprofit organizations. So that's why I can't do a book with just one place for every program. That's why it's locally. So I would need, there's like 3,000 counties, so I need 3,000 counties. I don't know, there's 10,000 cities, so I need 10,000 cities. The book would be bigger than the ones I used to do. So that's the problem with using books nowadays. So that's why it's online, and that's why at lesko.com/tutor on this, that's what I do. You download the book immediately, and I show you where to find it online. So like the first place you want to go, you're either going to look for something called like here, I have a sample for Michigan. They call it the Michigan Training Connect. Okay, so the Michigan Training Connect, okay, and there you could get $8,000 to train for a new skill as an employee, as a job seeker, or as an entrepreneur. Okay, so that's Michigan Training Connect. See, it's something different in every city. So that's why you have to look for them. The key words you look for is Career One Stop or Workforce Development Center, and that's what I do in the publication, the download, the ebook shows you all about this stuff, and I go through the internet and show you how to find it in the internet, and see what. Also, I have videos. See, I've interviewed these people who give out the money. So when you get one of my books, you're really going to see bureaucrats talking to me, explaining the programs. Man, so I mean, I don't make this stuff up. This is real stuff. And you're going to see the bureaucrat who actually gives you the money. And that's it. So on that one, I have two. And then also what people don't realize, so if you're out of work, you could use your unemployment money to start a business. Okay, in other words, they give you X dollars a month or anything, and usually see that you have to go and look, make sure you're looking for a job every day or something, so to keep getting this money. But you don't have to anymore. There's a whole bunch of states now, depending on where you live. Well, you could use that unemployment money to help pay your expenses while you're starting a business. So I show you that. See, I also show you what the law is. So if your local government agency doesn't know about it, you point it. Here's the U.S. Department of Labor says this, and here's the link. See, that's what I'm trying to do, is educate and give the ammunition to you to deal with the bureaucrats, because no bureaucrat can know everything. So I'm trying to give you the power, to know those things that the bureaucrat should know, because maybe the guy just got hired yesterday, or somebody on the phone who's a temp. They don't know. They can't know everything. So they're just looking up a list and they see that. Oh, they don't see it. And see, on that one, I have videos of people who've used it and how they use that program, to do that. Or here's get an associate's degree with paid on-the-job training money and a career. So this is like Michigan, they call it MAT student information. You can get a loan from a credit card when your credit score is 503. I'm not going to cover loans right now, but yes, if you have a 500 credit card rating, government loans are available. It's finding them. That's the key. Okay, but now we're talking about getting an associate's degree or paid on-the-job training. And in Michigan, it's called Pure Michigan Talent Connect. Pure Michigan Talent Connect. See, now these are the same, they're in every county, every state has something similar. Okay, now, see, talk about manufacturing jobs. Yes, they're going to be expensive. I mean, they're going to be paid well, but there's not going to be as many of them because robots are taking over in manufacturing. But the jobs that are left in manufacturing are going to be, advanced manufacturing. So it's not just learning some procedure in 20 minutes and you're on. No, you have to get talent to use this. I mean, I heard a story the other day that the future manufacturing plants in the company, in our country, are going to have just two people. A guy and a dog, and the guy's there because robots are going to run everything. So the guy is there, I don't know, to feed the dog, and the dog is there to make sure the guy doesn't touch any of the equipment. And so that's why, I mean, these jobs they talk about, oh, we're going to bring back manufacturing. It's true, some of it is coming back now, but it's a heck of a lot fewer jobs. There's now more people that work for the government than they do in manufacturing. So if you're looking for a growth area, get a government job, and I show you how to get that. That's still a growing industry. And I show you all the secrets behind that, who to contact, when to contact, what to say, what to do, how you could get political help to do it, and everything. And that's in that report. And really the secret to that is your elected official. People don't realize how important your elected official is. I mean, this is why all these people are in Washington, these fat cat business people, because they know that's where the power is, and they learn that system. It's easier than developing a new market. They make more money by developing a new law than developing a new market. So that's why these people are very important to know. So for you to get the system working for you, that's what I do here, is show you how to use your elected official. Okay, apprentices. Man, this is something that people are missing. You can now make, just after apprentice training, first of all, you get trained, you get money to learn. So not like going to a boring university. You have to sit in a boring class every day. I hated all those things. You're getting trained on the job. Maybe one day a week you go into a classroom, but the rest is learning with your hands, with your skills, with your talent or whatever. And then really you're starting work, like at 40, 50 grand, with just a high school diploma. That's the kind of stuff that's out there anymore. But you have to find the program. And in a few years, you can be making 90 or 100 grand. That's what's cool. Actually, I talked to a person the other day, and maybe I told you about this, who's training car mechanics, and it's for people just got out of prison to give them a skill. So in 6 months they're able to train them. They get paid while they learn, and then they start in careers $30,000 or $40,000. Right? This is just out of prison. Wow, that's incredible. And in a few years they're $50,000, $60,000. So that's the kind of help that we have. There are a lot of jobs that have to be filled. I mean, we have so many people that aren't working in this country because I don't know why, but as a result, there's so many jobs that are going unfilled. So that's what you should be aware of. There are a lot of jobs out there that you can take advantage of. They need a little bit of skills, and you can get those skills easily a lot of times. So Michigan Workforce Development Agency, that's the place there. And they have all kinds of programs, and particularly these what I call apprenticeship programs. I'm sorry. Oh, guy, this stuff fizzles through the brain sometimes, doesn't stick. They're making up to $90,000 a year with retirement benefits and unemployment and health care and everything. It's not like working at McDonald's or more important, even Starbucks. Actually, Starbucks are paying for college education, you know, and because they're hooked up with Arizona State University that only charges $10,000 a year for an online degree, but Starbucks is paying for it, you know, so that's neat. Okay, free workshops too. A lot of these local governments have free workshops on basic skills, job searching, computers, writing a resume, all these kinds of things are available. They hire experts to come in and talk and teach or whatever. It's free to you, but you're going to go and Google help with your resume or anything, and that's crazy. You're going to get somebody to charge you a couple $100 when you can do this for free. And if you don't have a computer, they have computers there to use. They teach you how to job search on the internet, clean your report up, just send out dispute letters and watch your, oh, I see it. Yeah, somebody's giving advice on cleaning up your credit report, and you send out, audio sounds perfect. Oh, thank you. Okay, write dispute letters. Yes, always complain. Bitch, man, because that's the way you get things changed. Because the bureaucrats who put it in also worry about doing something right. So if somebody says they got to take it out, there's a good chance they'll take it out too because somebody told them. Show your boss how to get a grant to train you for a higher paying job. So you have a paying job now, yeah, and it's going nowhere. Okay, and God, I got the same payroll or just a 1% increase a year, and it ain't going nowhere. Okay, here's where you could show your boss how they could get like $20,000 to send you to school or training or somewhere like that so you could get a raise and a better job where they have, see? But this goes to the employer to train the employee. But they're not going to find out about it, right? Because they're as lazy as the rest of us. If it doesn't hit them in the face, they're not going to do it, you know? So that's why you hit them in the face with that, you know? And that's what I'm doing. And this is actually from the state government. It's called Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act. WIOA, Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act. See, I mean, who would have known? You know, that's why this is why we're the question mark students. We don't know the questions to ask. Yes, I'm looking for the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act, please. Oh, I need a goddamn job. That's all you really have to know. And that's why, you know, people don't get the help they really need because we don't know what to ask for. You know, and that's what I'm trying to do is make sure people know what to ask for. It's so important because it's out there. You have to dig through. And even different offices in different places in Michigan. Okay, job training and job assistance for people with disabilities. Yes, I know a lot of people contact me of disabilities because they're really hungry and they know the system, so they know there's things in the system for there. So every county has a place for disabilities. Every county has a different, you know, to help you get job training or whatever it is, or jobs for people with disabilities. Another section they have is job training and education and things for seniors, and also job training education for youth. This is young people, and also for what they call returning citizens. Are there any grants for people on disability? Yes, I just mentioned it. Lesko's audio, great here in New York. Thank you. Yes, I told you here, it's Michigan Rehabilitation Services, but at your local workforce development agency, they have a special section just for people with disabilities. Also for what they call returning citizens. These are people coming home from jail, you know, and getting them set up again, because there's a lot of programs there now, and really even online, you know. I mean, crowdfunding. I've interviewed, you know, ex-offenders who one guy raised like $7,000 on a crowdfunding site to do a rap, you know, CD, you know, and he got all the money, and he was an ex-offender, talked about it and everything, and raised this money. So here's something else. Your employer, if you're looking for work, your employer could get up to $9,000 just by hiring you. So if you come in and show them with this program, it's called the Work Opportunity Tax Credit Program. Work Opportunity Tax Credit Program. So if you're looking for a job, you could show them this and say, hey, listen, you know, if you hire me, you think you're taking a risk, here, I'll show you how to get $9,000 just for hiring me. Yeah. So that pays, a month or two of your salary, already. So that's right. It's just knowing that these things are there. The employer won't happen. Here, show potential employer. They'll give you, pay your salary. Now, here's another thing you could use when you're looking for a job, is say, okay, you say I don't know, you're trying to fill a job for whatever it is, a designer or gobbledygook thing or whatever it is, and they say, well, you don't, we have to train you, and we can't afford to train you. You don't know how to do this yet. You don't have years of experience doing this. Don't worry, Mr. Bossman. Here's a program that will pay 90% of my salary while I'm learning. Wow! So you're only paying 10% of my salary while I learn. Now the percentage difference is different all over the country depending on where you live, but it'll go up to 90%. So that's on-the-job training. OJT. See, the government wants businesses to train people, so to get them employed. So what they do is they give the business money to pay them your salary. So it doesn't come out of your boss's pocket at all. It's coming out of the government pocket, right? But the businesses don't know about that, right? And people looking for jobs don't know about that. So just think of the bargaining power now you have in going to look for a job, because you tell them, you're live again. It's west. I mean, the one I'm looking, it's different in every country. I mean, in every city, in every county. The county I'm looking at now is West, WESTMI for Michigan, Works, WORKS.org. Now that's just for Michigan. That's why the book I'm talking about that you could download shows you how to find this where you live. Okay, that's what it is. So if you go to lesko.com/tutor, and I'll give you a 50% discount just be for a couple of days now. Put in 50 off. When it asks for a coupon code, use 50 OFF, and that will go from like $19 down to $9. So it'll be half price for that, and you'll get it all there, so you can look at it anytime you want. Okay, now also what people don't realize, there's certain reasons why you can get extended unemployment benefits. That's right. So you could get your unemployment benefits extended. Like if you lost your job because your company couldn't compete with overseas. I'm talking about the work opportunity. The work opportunity, what was that? Work opportunity. I mean, again, that will be at a different agency in every company. I was talking about Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act. Now that is every county. Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act. Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act. So everybody has that. That's just one major program that everybody has, because that's a federal program. So everybody is using that one. Now let's go down about extending your unemployment. There's a couple reasons you could do that. If you're hurt by imports, that means if you lost your job because the widgets you were making now are cheaper in Japan, and so they had to fire you. So what do? Okay, you get your unemployment extended. So it's called trade readjustment allowances. Okay, that's what that's under. See, it's not even called unemployment. It's under trade readjustment allowances. So you figure that thing out. Okay, now here, like Michigan has 16 sources. They have a special website. If you go to Michigan Workforce Development Agency, this is in their state capital. They have literally 16 sources of free and low-cost training programs for a better job. See, that's right. Now, your job is to find the local ones, and that's what it is, because it's different everywhere. And that's why, it frustrates me about, books. Everybody wants to buy a reference book, but it's not going to help you. I mean, it'd be like this. Now you have to go to work. That's my custom work. I show you the exact links for where you live. This book I have, for workforce, for jobs and education and training, is I show you how to find yours on the internet for all these things. So there's 60 to 80 programs here, and I show you where they are, where you live. And that's a course, that's a training. So I'm really trying to train people how to use the internet, because most of us just use Google and find it. You're not going to find anything doing that. You're just going to find people want to sell you stuff, and you don't want that, because you don't know if that's the best stuff or not, and it usually isn't, because you get it better for free. But the free people are not advertising. Okay, here, Veterans Employment Services, Michigan Workforce Development, and Veterans Employment Services. Every agency now has a special office just for veterans and their families. So it's, I look like Trump, don't I? When he talks like this, I can't imitate his voice, but I'm sure it's in your head what it is. So that's available. Make sure you contact them. Hiring assistance for employers, reemployment and layoff assistance, job opportunities for ex-offenders. See, they call it ex-offenders. I was calling it returning citizens. That's another word they use for that. So if you have been incarcerated before and you're looking for work, they're the key words now: ex-offenders and returning citizens. Okay, skills training and job searching for people returning to the workforce. That's right. See, we have something called a dislocated workforce program. So that's you've been out of the workforce for a couple of years, couple of months, or 6 months, raising kids, or you want to be a home husband or whatever. So now you're re-entering the workforce. So that's where there's special programs for that. And I have couple programs here that show you data on how we don't have enough workers in this country. That's what's up. Unemployment is really down, but not enough people are applying for jobs. There's so many jobs out there. There's millions and millions of jobs that people are not applying for, and because you really don't have the right background. So this is why these programs are there, to get you those backgrounds for free, or that skill, that training. And you can do it part-time while you're doing something else too. So you're on a better career path, to do this. Or how to get college for free. If you're 60 or older, you can go to college for free. See, all the state universities, the community colleges and whatever, they all have programs for seniors, and that usually starts at 60 years old. Some places it's 55, but mostly it's 60. So you can get a whole, and see, at 60, I'm 74. I figure I've got 20 more years or more. So at 60, you got 30 years. You can become a doctor, and now do it all for free and still contribute to society and be a big shot. Okay, now here's another interesting university. I don't know if you know this, uopeople.edu. U, the letter U, and then O, and then people.edu. And that's University of the People. And they have 4-year degree programs for free. They're very reputable. They're hooked up with Berkeley College out in California, and a lot of big people are on the board, a lot of big educators from Columbia University and everything. So there's a very legitimate agency. It's not some for-profit university, because they're giving it for free. What you have to pay for is like $100 to take a test for a course. So you can get all the education for free without taking a course. And if you want to take a course, it costs $100. So over 4 years, it may cost you, I don't know, like $1,000, $2,000 or something. And there's even scholarship money for that. But man, why go pay $40,000 a year for something? And they have degrees in business, in IT, and in healthcare, right? Because I think, and I have an interview with the owner of this thing, the founder, in the report. So you see a video here. Now here's another interesting, and I'm really trying to show you how education is changing now. It's no longer 4 years and, maybe you're going to get a job for $25,000. There's other ways to get skills, and people are realizing that. It's not going to change overnight, but it's slowly growing away from the traditional ways we're doing things. Now you can go to Harvard for nothing. Harvard Online Learning. You could take a computer course they have an introduction to computer course I'm thinking about taking. So then, I think it's maybe $50 to get the certificate. You can take the course for free, and this is how these online things do. If you want a certificate, they charge you $50 or something like that. And so you could do that. And now on your resume, you have, yes, I studied computers at Harvard. And you have a legitimate thing on your resume. And that's what going to these colleges is all about, man. It's just some stupid credential that somebody else is impressed with, and it doesn't really mean you could do anything or not. But it just covers other people's problems, insecurities or whatever, and that's the way we run a lot of this country, and it's changing because things are getting tighter, you know, and people realize that the degrees don't mean anything, and we need people that could really do the work. So people now are going to have to show that they can do something before, you know, they're getting hired. And so you can pick up skills and actually show something a lot cheaper and better and faster than going to school. Okay, here I have a video here too on how to cut your tuition by $50,000 if you're going to a public university and from out of state. There's ways to do that, and I show you how to do that. Because if you're in state versus out of state, that's a big difference. And then about programs that your state has that they don't even give out all the money. In our state here, there was like, you know, $12 million they didn't give out one year because nobody applied. Now, you know, and I know, there's lots of people who need that money, but they didn't apply. Now, that is terrible, 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 terrible. You know, so I show you how to find them. And then there's special programs, see, just for seniors, 55 or older, that you could go to these same organizations that I'm talking about, and they have a program that the government pays your wage while you learn a new skill. So they get you a job at a place where the government's paying your wage while you're sort of learning how to do that job, so you can do a better job somewhere else and start on a new career. And see what happens, that the people who are training you are really getting money from the government to train you, and you're getting paid by the government. So this is how you can, and that's for people 55 or older, and that's a cool thing, I think, for people to do. And here's another way to look for job training programs where you live, is go to 211.org. So if you go to 211.org and just put in job training, you will see, again, it depends on you know, it depends on where you live. Every location is different and everything, but that's a place to start. Now, any of the sources I give you, if they don't work, you know, don't worry, you have to keep looking. So that's how your mom goes, oh, he said it was there and it's not. Well, man, it's like, you know, oh, look at how pretty that girl is. Go ask her out. And she says no. Are you going to go home forever and never ask anybody out? If you do, you're going to be alone for the rest of your life, right? So you can't do that. And getting a job or doing anything, you know, is the same kind of thing. So these are just sources for you to try, you know, and that's it. As long as you have places to try, you're still in the game, you know. So that's what I'm trying to do, is give people places to try to find, you know, potential. So you go to 211 where you are, you usually put in your zip, your county or whatever, and then you search for job training. And they'll have 20, 30, 40, 50 or more courses, or GEDs. You could get training, GED training for free, and take the test even for free. Low-cost skill training for quick jobs at community colleges. That's another great place to learn a new skill real fast and get a real quick job with some future. You know, and that's a community college. A lot of times they're paid for because the industry is looking for them. They give the money to the community colleges to train you guys, and so that you could come out and work for them. I have a lot of videos here, like here, get a college degree for $1,000 a year from the best colleges in the world. There's just all these options. You know, government jobs are you know, are surpassing manufacturing jobs. They have surpassed them. What year was that when they surpassed? Like, everybody wants to get government job. No, like back, probably 10, 20 years ago. That's when government jobs, because more government jobs than manufacturing jobs. So why screw around with manufacturing jobs? You should be getting a government job if you're really looking for something really. Okay, make $76,000 within 4 months of training, no college, no SATs. That's right. And this is really in IT stuff, Homeland Security stuff, things like that. And there's nonprofit organizations that even train you to do that. So that's the kind of help that's out there. Get all the money and help you need for school and living expenses while well being a healthcare professional. Become a college teacher at any age. Okay, I hate this. I really want to give the community, we're hurting for teachers because they're all retiring now, the baby boomers, and so we need to fill our society with teachers. So you go back, quit your current job, you get trained for school for free. I have information on a program to show you how to do that. 50% raise in your salary with no college education, jobs at $39,000 a year with any background, and 2 months of free training. See, I mean, the demand is out there. It's just not where you're looking. You know, here, this fella took a $200 community college course and now got $100,000 from the internet and crowdfunding for an idea that he got out of that $200 community college course. That's there. I mean, I took free Mandarin lessons, not free, but they're $100 otherwise. But at the university, otherwise it would cost me $3,000. You know? So that was a special deal. I show you how to create your own job here too, and the help that's available to create your own job, no matter what it is, as a freelancer. And get extra money to do that. I show you also how to, the websites that are out there to help you get jobs, I mean, temporary jobs and stuff like that. I mean, it's all there in this one video ebook I have. Do you know the websites that are self-development like Fiverr? Yes, there's dozens of those out there. In my report on 299 sources, I have all those that are out there. But if you go and Google something like websites like Fiverr, somebody's done that, you know, and you'll see all those websites. And that's it. I mean, I just did a video yesterday, the day before, on how to write your own book. And it costs you no money at all, and you get your book in the biggest bookstore in the world, which is Amazon. So that's what you could do to get a degree, I mean, to get a credential about an expert. You study something long enough and then feel comfortable to write something about it. Now you could go and interview and say, yes, I have a book on it. And it's published. Here, it's on Amazon. You take a look. Yeah. So that's why you start building. I mean, don't give people money when you could do it yourself. And that's what I'm trying to do. So the book, you know, that I'm talking about here, it's a downloadable ebook. It's on lesko.com/tutor inventions. Okay, let me finish this. lesko.com/tutor, and it's a book on education and training for a better job. And if you use the coupon code 50 and then off, OFF, you will get 50% off. And instead of $20, it's $10. So whatever. Inventions, yes, I show you how to do that here too in that booklet, because it shows you about the local offices that help inventors for free. They show you how to protect your idea. They show you how to do market studies. They show you how to get grant money, all this stuff. Do not go to an invention company, please. They're going to get $5,000–$10,000 from you for something you could get probably better, you know, and for free, you know. So don't do that. Another thing to do is find a inventors meetup. Right, that's what I was worried about. Oh, you're right. Find an inventors meetup or a local inventors society. They're usually pretty good. If you go to meetup.org, MEET. Nobody's going to steal the invention companies. They're going to steal your money. They have no time to sell anything. They just want your money. And it's meetup.org. You put in inventors or something like that, and maybe 25 miles within your zip code, and you'll see people who are helping each other with this for free. I've spoken to invention meetup companies, organizations from that site. Nice people. They're there to help each other, whatever, and they don't charge any money. That's the way you want to get expertise, is from people like you who've gone through it, you know, and they're just 6 months ahead of you or 2 years ahead of you, and they could help you a lot more than some expert who's an expert at getting your money and not maybe working on your invention. They're able to tell you they are, and the more they can convince you, the more money they're going to get, but 9 times out of 10, or 99 times out of 100, they're probably not. Okay. I certainly don't know everything, and so I guess you could find somewhere I'm wrong. But as a rule of thumb, until you're smart enough to know everything, to find only the good ones, just don't bother with any of them. Or the good one. I mean, they're always in trouble at the Federal Trade Commission. They're always screwing people. So why bother? And that's the important thing, is to keep your money and get expertise that's better, and it's free. Any other questions? So can I go to college and learn psychology for free? Yes. Psychology, there's probably other ways to do that too. What I would do is start at the local community college, because if at least through you'll get enough money, if your income is right, to at least to pay for the first 2 years. So the real answer is depends on something like a psychology, a soft science that's not in high demand. But you want to do it, that's important. And there's other ways to do it. How can I get money for a commercial construction business? And a commercial construction business, is that to pay for fees and stuff like that? In New York City, to help start a business, call 311. 311. And also look around for nonprofit organizations. Oh, so you're paying. So if you're paying, that means if you have payroll, that means you have contracts. So if you have contracts, that means it's coming in. And money's coming in. So then there's a possibility that financing that contract would be pretty easy. To get help to think that through, you're not the first one to do this. Again, call 311. Ask for the business development people. At the city, they have lots of help there. They even have special people for fashion business and restaurants and all kinds of things. They can learn how to do that. And what's better? Oh, I missed something on. Can you mention the grant resources that your local library has? Yes, the grant is on, there's 2 programs. How do I properly enter the stock exchange? How do I properly enter the stock? You got to knock on the door and see if they'll let you in. I'm not sure what you mean. You got to be in New York. If you want to, invest in the stock exchange. I'm sure there's lots of ways. Now it's getting easier and easier for people to invest their own money in the stock exchange through. I don't believe in investing in the stock exchange, so I don't follow that anymore. But I got an MBA, growing up. But now those, the commission is lower now for people to do a lot of their own work. Get a broker, get an account with Robinhood. Robinhood, is that a stock exchange, a broker? Yeah, there's a lot of low interest, brokers that charge. I want to do Forex instead. I hear that a lot. I'm not sure what Forex is. Wonderful day for people and the smart. Oh, missed that. Wonderful day for the people and for the smart guy in yellow. Oh, thank you. But yeah, all that, to me, investing in somebody else's idea, and the stock market is gambling. You want to gamble. That's legalized gambling to me. You're playing against people that, the smartest people in the world went bankrupt doing that, 10 years ago. And so they're all just trying to outthink the other idiots that are in there. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what that leads to, except somebody getting rich and usually the other people getting screwed. Forex, exchange of currency instead of business. I see. Okay, that's what I thought. Currency exchange. Yeah, a lot of people. Again, I don't know. You want to do your life doing that? That's fine. I think we're here to contribute something we have. To be satisfied with life instead of how to game the system. To me, you game the system to be able to provide to it, and something that you think is important. But to do that as a profession just sounds boring. But we're all struggling with what the hell to do in life. I don't know what the hell to do in my own life. I don't know. I can't profess on what you should do. Just a thought to see if your input was. I see. Yeah, my input is just. Unless you're going to make a big career out of it, how the hell? You're playing against people in the Super Bowl. So how are you going to play against that? And you're going to dabble in it a couple hours a week or day or whatever. Hi, Eddie. Then you're not a match for these people, and that's why you're the sucker at the table. It's like poker's like that, right? Who's the sucker? Yeah. And it's the same in the stock market. If you don't know anything about it, you're the sucker. They're living off you. So why bother? And unless it's something you really think is important for you to do, then yeah, I can't argue with that. Nobody else can. You have to follow your heart. And sometimes it's best to do stuff that you really think is important so you get it out of your system. Like finally dating that cheerleader. Hi, Eddie. I remember you when I was a kid. Yeah, I was a kid then too. And you finally go out with that cheerleader and she's a dumbass or something, you know. But you can't really understand that until you go out with her. Listen, I better get out of it. I got a lot of research to do for clients. If you want me to do research, go to lesko.com/research. I do it on housing. I do it on starting a business, and I do it on getting you extra money to live on no matter where you are. And that's 299 sources of extra money. You know, and if you want to report on education and training for a better job, to get 50% off, it only costs $9.95 by using this code 5050 and then off, OFF, and that's at lesko.com. How much do you charge for research? Okay, yeah, that's at lesko.com/tutor, Tutor, and you'll see that report there. Okay, for research, lesko.com/research. The real estate research is $49. The business research is $79, and the 299 research is $79. And that takes me about 2 weeks to get it done for you. So allow me that time. Yeah, it's a lot of research. I gotta dig it out for every city you give me, okay? Okay, people, thank you so much for putting up with me, and I hope it helped, okay? And you can always reach me at leskofreeradio@gmail.com.